Doesn't matter where you go or what you do, I wanna spend each moment of the day with you.
The Handmaid's Tale, with all that's happening in the world right now, the Me Too movement, everything about that, the Handmaid's Tale has become such a reference, not just in the topics it explores, but also in terms of making a safe environment for women on set for working. A lot of the departments are spearheaded by women. How has that been for you to work on that, on a set like that as an actress?
I will say that I've, but even before Me Too and TimesUp came into the public eye in this way, I'd never personally felt any type of way on set or in meetings or anything. But I will say, when we went back, we had to sign like a sexual harassment clause, just understanding what happens if you feel like you have been harassed or if someone accuses you of harassment, anything. And I was like, why wasn't this in place before? This was something that this should already be here. And it just amazed me that it was just not something it was something that's just kind of swept under the rug for so long. And, I think we live in a really, really important time for voices, for using voices for change, and in all levels of society, but especially in this one, in empowering women to speak up and speak out.
I think Mrs. Putnam's going to let me see Charlotte again soon.
Did she say that?
No, but I have a feeling.
What's interesting about this season is that it explores, it's on such a deeper level, women's relationships between one another. What do you think makes the relationships between the characters, all female characters, the ones that are being oppressed and the ones that are sort of the leaders, like Serena, what do you think makes the relationships between them so interesting, so complex?
Well, it's not just in The Handmaid's Tale. I mean, it's relationships in life. I mean, there are nuances to every relationship: man, woman, woman, just all over the map. But something very specific about female relationships and two women. And this is something I've thought about a lot, because just in any patriarchal society, women are pitted against each other. One always wants to have a step up above the other. And it's, well, why are we that way? Why do we desire that? Why do I want that gorgeous supermodel to maybe trip and fall? Like, no, it's just like that weird kind of, the word is Schadenfreude, where you want to just see someone's humanity a little bit. You just want to see that, okay, they're not all that they appear to be. And it's a lot of times women against women. And it's, especially on this show, it's made me realize what kind of weird internalized misogyny do I have? And that's something that's at play, I think, in this show. You see the power struggle between these two women, not only because of the caste system that's in place in Gilead, but okay, one woman is in a position of power, but the other woman has something that powerful woman wants. And it's like these kind of situations play out all the time. And why does it have to be that way? But that's what makes it so interesting, is because it's real. That's how people are. People, you want to see the person above you just step down a rung. You want them to be put in their place a little bit. And it's something I feel like all humans experience, but especially in our society, in a patriarchal society, it's bred into women's relationships, because we teach women that your fellow woman is your enemy because she could potentially take X, Y, and Z from you, which is bullshit. But, That's how men stay in power.
Yeah, like, we are threats to one another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you're a threat, then you're not my sister. Yeah. You know?
What I love about this season is that it explores thinking about one another as women, thinking about another woman and what she goes through is important part of the struggle of the fight. Do you think that?
Yeah, especially in the end of the second season, where it's, you know, with everything that Serena Joy has done to June, she still can see the very, very deep woman and human traits of her, and she resonates with that, and she is unable to hold all that shit against her, you know, at a certain point, because it's like, you are just a human being, just feeling and moving through this world as well. And it's I mean, I think it's an important element to see also how people can change, how no one is pure evil and no one is pure good. Everybody has a bit of both in them, especially in this show and especially in these circumstances. Don't get me wrong, I think there are some people in this world who are just pure evil. Yeah. But for the purposes of our show, especially with that relationship between those women, it's so complex, but relationships are complex. And I think that it's a really important element to show.
Yes, it's you.
What's interesting and really attractive about Janine is that sometimes I think that she's the strongest of them all. She's such a ray of sunshine, and she finds joy in small things when you think there isn't any.
Yeah.
Do you think that innocence and that joy is important in the struggle?
Absolutely. That is her power. Janine's eternal optimism is her resistance. You know, when she, in the colonies, when she has that wedding, that's her own form of resistance. She's finding beauty when they think they've taken all beauty from that world. And she finds it and she holds on to it. And they can't take that away from her. They can't take that optimism from her. They've tried and they won't, because that's her resistance. That's her power. That's her fire. And I think that is, I'd like to see her find that strength a little more and bring it more to the forefront in a more powerful way, which I hope to see this season, because I know this season, the way we set up last season, I'm hoping this season is more resistance, like following the resistance and May Day and all of that. And
we are all rooting for that.
Yeah, we're all ready to see it. We're ready to see June lead the resistance, and I'm ready. Janine is ready to be right behind her. So
thank you so much, Matt.
Thank you so much.